Good day and welcome, my name is Drake598 Shadow, and we are here today to have a look at the Tactical Marine on Spacehulk Deathwing. We are going to be playing Chapter 6 on the hardest difficulty, as we've been doing with all the other classes, just to have a quick overview at what they can sort of take and what they can sort of deal. The Tactical is probably going to be one of the worst for this.
We finally found the artifact that I had seen, and perhaps was the source of the visions that beset the Librarius. In the ancient Dark Angel ship, we uncovered a conservation chamber that held ancient gene seed from the Legion of the Lion, a gift of the Emperor's genius. Even as we celebrated this discovery, a terrible brood lord, the final evolution of gene stealers, assailed us, and we only vanquished it with much difficulty and loss. Our brothers came to our assistance, and with them we secured Caliban's will to ensure that no gene stealers would seize the precious gene seed.
The reason I say that is he only has one skill that will actually affect himself. The rest are more or less support skills. He has one ability to resurrect one fallen ally. He can give one ally an invincibility shield as his other skill, and his third skill is a little skull gun drone that follows him around. Depending on your perks and loadouts, you could upgrade that skull drone to having rocket launchers, for instance. But one of my favourite perks to take on this guy is the enemies no longer have the ability to cause critical hits, which on some of the harder difficulties can be quite problematic. He does have a good weapon selection. He has access to the Stormbolter MK2, the Redemption Pattern Shotgun, the Heavy Flamer, and the Spear of Caliban. He also has access to the Lightning Claws if you choose to run him as such. But I have yet to find anybody that actually likes running the Lightning Claws on this particular class, as he cannot give himself his invincibility shield. It can only affect other allies. So most commonly you'll find people running with the Heavy Flamer or the Spear of Caliban. The Spear of Caliban having a longer range and less damage output, where the Flamer has a higher damage output but a much shorter range. So we'll go ahead and get stuck into this match. As you can see on the far right hand side, that skull drone has a very long cooldown at almost 300 seconds. His resurrection ability on the left is just over a minute, and his invincibility shield for an ally is around 30 seconds. So the Tactical will probably struggle a little bit here, as he's not going to have much in the way of defense apart from being able to fire some pretty cool and powerful weapons. Certainly not as strong as the Heavy Weapon Specialist, so that is something to be aware of. But the Spear of Caliban in its own right is very effective. You will find a lot of people, when running the Spear of Caliban with this kind of guy, to actually alternate attacks a lot of the time. I knew that Psycho was following me, that's why I had to book it through there. That would be a short death on this mission, as I have no way to heal or resurrect. And if you listen closely, that's me trying to use the invincibility shield. As I do not have a target for it, I cannot use it. So he's very much a support character, with a little bit of offense thrown in there in regards to his weapons, as he has some more powerful weapons than some of the other support characters by far. He does have one downside in that he can only resurrect one person at a time, and you may find, depending on your squad, if you are losing a lot of members, they may ask you to run the chaplain instead, as he can resurrect the entire party. Inside here, please. Is that a cipher? No, that is the brute board. I will certainly not be swapping weapon with this character. I will demonstrate the flame on, say, the chaplain or something like that. But if I am ever going to be successful in this mission, I will need his skull drone, and I will not be able to wait 300 seconds for it to come back up again.
Wait your signal, brother.
So, duck hunt here, lure them in. As you can see, he's really not very equipped for this. He is definitely more of a support-based character. Although some people do advocate upgrading the Storm Bolter with the rocket launcher using that perk, I personally do not advocate it. I don't find the wait time worth the usefulness of it. As you can see, he's really not that useful there at spotting enemies. You have to be firing on the target already before he will even sort of pop a shot. There you go, he finally fired a couple of rounds at someone that was coming up my rear. The rocket launchers will increase his damage output, but not to a really sufficient extent to make him worth it. he is cute and all, but you do really have to remember to watch the ammunition on the Spear of Caliban as it slowly regenerates over time. The Flamer is just a standard reload, so that's not as bad. But if you do need to reload at the wrong time, it can be problematic in itself own right. You can also see that the gun drone has now also disappeared, so that is another problem with him especially. That his cooldown is just way too long for his usefulness. The tactical class these days is probably one of the rarest classes to see. The only reason someone may generally take him is because they like his particular weapon loadout. But whatever the tactical can do, the chaplain can almost do better in all regards. That is a little bit of my own bias in that statement, as well, as the chaplain is one of my more favourite characters. But an example would be the chaplain has an invincibility shield for all allies rather than just one, and it does include yourself. He also has an resurrection for all down party members, not just one. And they do have very similar weapon configurations, in that the chaplain can use the Flamer and the Spear of Caliban as well. So from here on out, I'm not really going to be expecting to be successful, as once I enter this next chamber, it is highly likely we'll get a Broodlord or a Cypher spawning on us. So we'll see how we go with that. That's going to be a big problem now. So we'll just open that up. I get the feeling he's coming from that way, so we might go down this way. Right about that. So back down here. He got a little bit more lucky than the Librarian on his run, having a Cypher rather than a Brood Lord does somewhat give him a chance to live here.
Mission confirmation received. The ship will open fire once you've evacuated the area.
So I might just cheese it a little bit here by going into the portal to heal up. It won't affect my skill cooldown, but it'll allow me to gain a bit more stamina back. And there's a Psyker. There's that Cypher. Nope, that Psyker got us. Well, I hope you have enjoyed this demonstration of the tactical specialist's abilities on Deathwing's Space Hulk Deathwing. I have been Drake598. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you have any questions about the game, feel free to drop a like or a comment down below. Have a great day.